Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Metatron, only benevolent spirits, only good spirits are to be in my space. Archangel Azrael. Hi everybody. Welcome to Demonology 102. I figured you guys just didn't want to see my hands, right? So I figured I would come on camera. I'm going to cover my crown. You guys know we are constantly being psychically attacked. I just came from Duchess Divinity's channel where she was going live, and she was saying that if something happens to her tonight, she's not crazy. She didn't do it herself. Something's going on with her. So her live stream went down too. All kinds of stuff, guys. So her followers were tripping too. They were like, man. So we already know about all that. All right. So I got this Occult Tarot, guys. This is a great deck. Shouts out to Nadi. Nadi, I know you're watching. Guys, if y'all haven't booked with my girl Nadi or checked out her channel, it is New Vision Space Tarot 82. Check her out. She is the bomb. I really like her style of reading is way more in depth than mine. I don't go too in depth. Y'all know that on my readings. I do a little bit more on my personal versus my what I put on YouTube, right? But Nadi did a reading for me, a soulmate, a past life reading, and she used this deck, and we uncovered that. We uncovered the 3 demons that were on my soulmate. Okay, so I do have a soulmate. He's out there somewhere. He's a Gemini, and he has 3 demons on him. One I know is an incubus and a succubus, and then there's 2 other ones. Okay, and they're in this book. So this is the whole premise for my demonology course. We will move into voodoo, guys, and then we are gonna go into witches next, because I want to start moving backwards in history. Okay, to uncover a lot of things, okay, that I think are important. And if you guys follow me, then you know I've talked about the Cabal, I've talked about the Illuminati, we've discussed aliens and how we are humanoids, okay, and there are Anunnaki, Pleiadians, reptilians, etc., right? So hopefully you've followed me enough to know that. We will talk more about astral projection, more about our clairs, clairaudient, clairvoyance, clairsentience, okay? One thing I really wanted to say real quick about that was not everybody is on Instagram. I don't play, guys, when it comes to like my prophetic dreams, okay? And when God gives me a dream and says something like start stockpiling food, water, alcohol, guns, it's time, y'all. So I know a lot of you guys have me on Instagram. I try not to be too vocal there because keep in mind Instagram is owned by Facebook, okay? But you have to realize, guys, that the hour that we're in, okay? If you guys don't ever watch Doomsday Preppers, start watching it, okay? I was in the military, you guys know that. Military people don't play about this stuff. I mean, we just don't. MREs, food, water, all that, you know. And I live with my guy, and he knows how I feel about that. Like, no, I'm in Chicago, y'all. So that should tell you right there, you know, how easy it is to get a firearm. All right, so let's I will talk about at the end the Salem witch trials. We are going to segue into voodoo. That's why I left that link. Okay, we're not going to stay there too long. Again, I'm not trying to make this video longer than like 26 minutes because I know I start to lose people. Okay, I lose my damn self, right? So we will finish up with the archangels and these specific demons, the 72 in the Goetia, okay? All right, we will talk about this, all right? So there are 72 in this, okay? I did not pop the seal. I do not want to divinate with these cards. It tells you in the book, like, be careful when you do divinate with these cards. You saw I did light my candles. I have my sage burning, everything, y'all. Archangel Michael is here. You guys know I do channel angels, archangels, okay? That is who I tap into. Just like we can tap into angels, we can tap into a lesser, anything lesser, okay? We'll just say that. A demon, an earthbound spirit, anything, okay? If you can channel, if you are clear, any of the clairs, clairaudient, clairsentient, you can channel anything. You want to be careful of that. You want to make sure, if you think you're channeling grandma, that you're actually channeling grandma, okay? You would only ask grandma things that grandma knows, okay? That's why I channel my mom. I know my mom like the back of my hand, right? That's my mother. So I know when she's here. I know her voice. I know how she speaks. I am Mexican, so she does speak to me in Spanish, things like that, okay? All right. So we're going to go over the archangels. Now, what I did want to say about the archangels is this, and I'm reading from the internet, and I will provide these links. You guys know I will provide these links down below. With these links, I found that these archangels, right, are archangels, okay, are called the Shem Hamesfa. Okay, I might be saying that wrong. Okay, it's SHEMHAMEPHORASH. Okay, this is in Hebrew. Okay, there are 72 ruling angels. Okay, now my experience with the archangels has been this: they come to me in dreams. That's how I know I can work with them. That's how I know too I can work with a number of deities that I have came encounter with, like Oshun or like Oya, okay, Yemaya, okay. Usually, spirits will come to you, you know, when you're channeling for others or just in a number of ways. So, backstory about this: last year around May, this was before my soulmate came back into my life. Archangel Raphael came to me in orbs, okay, in a dream, and said, I have a mission for you, okay? Now, I didn't know, he didn't say his name is Archangel Raphael, he didn't introduce himself. All I knew was he came in green orbs in my dream. So I had to research this, guys. A lot of times you have to research this stuff for yourselves, okay? So I looked in the Bible. He is not mentioned in the Bible. The only place that Archangel Raphael is mentioned is in the Quran, okay? And I thought he was Gabriel at first. But keep in mind, Gabriel came to Mary and told Mary that the wise men were going to come and that she was going to get pregnant with Jesus, okay? So this will be your own discovery with the archangels. They'll come to you as they came to me. Archangel Metatron, you guys know when my lights flicker, it's because Archangel Metatron is near, okay? I tell you guys that when I'm channeling for you guys. You know, naughty, I know you know, stuff like that, right? So they come to you just on their own. Archangel Michael is the highest, okay? This is a hierarchy. Just like I was in the military, you know, you have somebody higher than you in rank. It's the same way. So I always channel Archangel Michael because I know Archangel Michael is the strongest, okay, in God's army, okay? So in case you haven't done it yet, go ahead, put salt around you, okay? Make sure you're lighting something because, like I said, when I've uncovered that when I say these demons' names and stuff out loud, I start getting like pains in my stomach. I had pains today all day in my like solar plexus, okay? So the Shemasphora are the 72 angels who bear the mystical name of God. In their original Hebrew spelling, the names of these angels, when stacked on top of each other in such a way, reveal the hidden divine name. Each angel's Hebrew name are 3 characters and have El, E-L of God, and Aya, I-H-A, God's mercy. At the end, the invoking of the 72-fold name is said to grant mysterious power. It is said in Kabbalistic and occultist lore that Moses used the 72-fold name to separate the Red Sea with God. These angels, when invoked, are said to aid humanity in magical ways. Each angel's name and vibration holds a unique and divine power that can be called upon. Each angel rules over a specific time of the 24-hour day, a specific decan of a zodiac sign, and a time of year. One should meditate on one's angel's name during the corresponding time to receive the divine light. The 72 angels are also said to be counterparts or even polar opposites of the 72 Goetic demons. Hold on, guys. Okay. Each angel holds influence over a specific demon. They also hold shared correspondence, such as the time of year they both rule over them. Each angel is a sub-ruler of an angelic choir, serving under the ruling archangel. They are divided into the 9 choirs with 8 angels in each one. So this breaks it down, and again, I'll send this link. The angel is broken down, the choir, okay, like a seraphim, a cherub, okay, that's what it means by choir. Okay, a ruling angel, Metatron, and then the demon that they rule over, okay? Some demons have more than one angel that's assigned to it, okay? So we're gonna start. I'm gonna go over probably like the first 10. If you guys want to go over this, if you guys want to get this Occult Tarot, that's completely up to you. If not, you know, it was 26 bucks. It was at Barnes & Noble. I had to wait for it to get sent from like 3 states away. I think it's important, like I said, to know stuff like this, especially if you're dealing with a twin flame or a soulmate who you know or who you think has something on them. Like I said to Nadi, and I know I've told you guys if I read your cards before, I know my soulmate has a demon on him. I've told him, okay? Spirit has shown the demon to me. I have him in my phone as demon possessed, like, and it's not fun, guys. It is not. I mean, they switch like that. I mean, and I was like, wow, it's not a behavioral thing. It's definitely a demon, okay? And I can say that with certainty, because like I said, my angels have told me, like, yeah, you know, and like I said, when I've uncovered with Nadi, is yeah, my soulmate, that's a whole different thing. Girl, child, that's a whole different thing. All right, so I'll show you the picture of the demon, and then we will go over the archangel that rules over it. Okay, so like I said, Raphael is talked about only in the Quran. I'm not sure if the Torah speaks about him. I didn't study the Torah. I do want to get my hands, honestly, on a Torah and a Quran. Okay, but so this is Baal. Okay, we'll go over about 10 of them. Baal, Archangel Raphael, that's this one right here. Okay, he's said to have a face of a man, of a toad, and of a cat. Okay, so like I said before, to know their names is power, guys. You can know how to banish them. You know which archangel to call. Okay, they'll come instantly. If you don't remember any archangels, just remember Michael. Okay, because Michael is the highest. Okay, so what does Baal do? Hold on, guys. Let me get my light over here. So Baal controls weather, rain, and lightning, causes and cures diseases, resonates with the emperor of the traditional tarot. Okay, and then the reason why this is important is because it also gives you like their sigil. Okay, and in Hebrew they hit it. Okay, they give you which archangel. Okay, now keep in mind, this divination deck is usually by witches who want to call and summon these spirits. That's why I'm not cracking the seal. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm not Natty, you're better than me, girl. I'm not cracking the seal. I'm not doing it. I don't, you know, unless I really feel like, you know, I need to do it for a client or something, I probably won't touch the cards. Okay, next is Ajaris. And the archangel is Jeliel. And I've never heard of that archangel before. And that's spelled Jelial. Okay? So let's see what this demon does. This demon causes earthquakes, teaches languages, and overthrows politicians. Returns runaways, resonates with the Five of Wands in the traditional tarot. Okay, and it looks like a crocodile and kind of like a bear. Okay, if you guys want to look at it, a crocodile and like a bear. If you look at it, okay, this is like the crocodile's tail, and then this upper body part is like a bear. Okay, and then we are gonna, like I said, we're gonna segue into voodoo. We're gonna talk about how these demons or deities or gods or whatever you want to call them, how there are trickster spirits and how they do ride a person, because your subconscious is put to the side, guys, and then the other subconscious takes over your body, which is what, if you saw that link on Voodoo, that's what it's doing. Okay, well, we'll talk about that because we're, like I said, we're gonna go backwards in time a little bit. All right, then we got Vasago. Vasago is Archangel Sitael. S-I-T, Sitael. A-E-L, Sitael. Okay, and that's this one right here. Okay, and then let's see what this one does. This one is a promoter of war, destruction, and lies. Resonates with the tower in the traditional tarot. Okay, and this one looks a little bit like a bird. Okay, it's a promoter of discord, war, arguments, and falsehood. Gives generous responses. So I hope you guys know this by now. I don't know if you guys know, but the days of the week are very important to call on certain deities, right? So lunes is, as we know in Spanish, is the moon day, right? You actually are supposed to rest on the moon day, okay? So keep in mind, guys, the powers that be teach us the opposite, okay? They teach us the opposite so that we're all out of whack, okay? And I wish young Pharaoh was still up, but he's not. He's like one of the top people that had the best videos, okay, on YouTube, and he was almost at 1 million subscribers and they took him down, okay? So Mars, right, the god of war, is Martes, Mars. War is exalted on Tuesday. So if we ever go to war, guys, anytime the U.S. goes to war, we do it on a Tuesday, okay? And that's why this is important, because kings and queens, remember, used oracles and seers, okay, for divination, okay? Back in the day, you did not go to war without talking to, you know, a psychic, okay? And it's in the Bible that we're not supposed to, in Deuteronomy, okay, and I'll give you the page number and all that in a second. You're not supposed to consort a psychic or a medium or an astrologer, but that's exactly what Saul did, okay? Later on in the Bible, he consorts a seer, okay? And I'll give you those chapters and all that. Because, you know, frequently what happens with me, I used to be a Christian for 10 years. You get really religious types that are like, oh, you do tarot, oh, that's the devil, es el diablo, right? If you're Latino. Oh, es el diablo, you're calling on Satan. No, that's not what I'm doing, and you don't understand. And we could talk over scripture. We could talk over theology all day, baby, because there's nothing but hypocrisy in the Bible. So if you want to use that as your reference point, then let's bring it. Because, yeah, Saul talks about in Deuteronomy, don't consort an astrologer, and then a few chapters later, he's consorting one, okay? Because he was basically gonna die the next day. So, you know, that's why knowledge is power, guys, okay? That's why knowing this stuff is really, really important, okay? But like I said, days of the week, okay? You got martes, lunes, miércoles. Mercury is exalted on Wednesday. What else? Thursday, jueves, viernes, Venus. Okay, Venus is exalted. The Sabbath. Okay, sábado. Okay, Saturn is exalted, and then you have el Sol, which is Sunday, right? The sun. Okay, so it's a very, very important. A lot of stuff was derived in Latin. Okay, Hebrew, of course, but also in Latin. Okay, so the next one is Gammon, and the archangel is Leuah. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Leuiah. Okay, then we have Marbus. Okay, so let's do Gammon. Okay, so Gammon teaches liberal sciences, gives an account of souls. Hold on. Yeah, that's crazy. An account of souls that died in sin, resonates with the Five of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. Okay, so it teaches all liberal sciences, gives an account of souls that died in sin, and it looks just like a horse. Okay, but you would call on Lua, hopefully I'm saying that right, that's the archangel that presides over them. Okay, and again, this is Vasago and Gammon. And these are, like I said, the sigils down here. Right here is the name, but it's in Hebrew, guys. They left it out of this book on purpose because they didn't want you to call on the archangel. Okay, that's something you have to research. Like I love to research stuff, so I did. Okay, so Val 4, okay, is the next one. That's number 6. And Metatron and Seraphim are the archangels that preside over Val 4, okay? And then you also have Marbus, and Seraphim and Metatron also rule over, okay? So they take turns ruling over, okay? So that's Marbus and Sal 4, and that's number 5 and 6. I'm gonna light some Palo Santo, y'all. I might turn on the light too. Hold on. Hopefully it's not flickering. Yeah, see, it's flickering. That's why I didn't want to turn it on, because it's been flickering. And let's see. Causes and cures diseases, tells of secret and hidden things, makes one's shape shift, resonates with the 10 of Wands in the traditional tarot. That's for Marbus. Okay, Vow 4, tempts thieves to steal, serves as a familiar, resonates with the 4 of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. So Marbus looks like a lion, okay, and Vow 4 looks kind of like a cat too. Okay, so keep in mind, if somebody has this on them, they will display these traits. And that's why I wanted you guys to see the Voodoo. I had actually found a better video last night, which I'll probably upload or show you guys. What that one is it shows like a man eating glass, okay? Of course, you know, spirits like rum, or they like to drink or smoke. So when they are invoked, you know, especially like in Santeria, you know, there's different loas or orishas, right? Spirits that are called on. Not all of them are good, okay? There's good and bad in all things, okay? So I'm not knocking voodoo, okay? Like I said, it's for what the person uses it for. Just like, you know, knowledge is power. You know, it depends on what you're using this stuff for. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so then we got Amon, okay, and the archangel is Seraphim and Metatron. Barbados, again, Seraphim and Metatron, okay. And then Amon reveals the past and the future, reconciles friends and enemies, resonates with the 2 of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. It looks like a monkey, like a snake, and a little bit like an owl. Okay, that's Amon. Okay, that's this one right here on this side. See, and it looks like an owl, a little bit like a monkey, and like a snake. And if you guys have ever seen like movies like Insidious or anything where they show like demons, they pretty much make them look similar. I just realized like Lilo and Stitch. Y'all know a lot of stuff in Disney, right? Is about like the cabal, the occult stuff, right? Looking at Lilo. I mean, yeah, Stitch, my bad. Yeah, I had a really hard time with my daughter with her identity after she watched a lot of Mulan. And that shit's real. They know what they're doing. They're programming our kids. Okay, I will say that. All right, so we got Barbados. Okay, Barbados, again, Seraphim and Metatron. Understands animals, recovers hidden treasure, reconciles friends and enemies, resonates with the 10 of Pentacles. Now this one looks like a man, like he's fishing, and like he has a really long neck. If you look at this one, Barbados. Barbados, I don't know. But again, the archangels that preside over him are Seraphim and Metatron. And my light stopped flickering. Which, like I said, that's usually Metatron. Okay, so Paymon is number 9, and then number 10. And then, like I said, if you guys want to look these up, you can look them up on the internet. You could just look up this deck, and it'll tell you most of them. I didn't have to buy this deck, but I really wanted it. Okay, so Paymon, the Seraphim, and Jophiel, okay, is over both Paymon and Bauer, okay? These are the archangels that are set to protect them. Okay, Paymon gives dignities, tells you anything, makes a man subject to one's demands, resonates with the Queen of Wands in the traditional tarot. Okay, this looks like a man riding a camel or a woman riding a camel. Bauer teaches philosophy and uses of herbs, heals diseases and disorders, resonates with the Ace of Cups in the traditional tarot. And he looks like he looks a little bit like a lion and a spider. Okay, Bauer, I guess. That's this one. And then the other one, Paymon. There is King Paymon, okay, which is talked about in the Goetia. And if you ever like want to see like a coven, your archangels will let you see it. Be careful what you ask for, because they will let you see. They do it to me. They let me see the people who are conjuring up these type of demons, and they're throwing them at light workers. They really are, guys. It's no joke. Okay, Natty, you know, anybody who's a light worker on YouTube. All right, it's real stuff. Okay. All right, so we'll get out of that. Okay. So Voodoo, we're gonna go there really quickly. Okay, so the drums in Voodoo, you guys seen on the video, they invite the spirits in. Okay, it's also called Voodoo. Okay, it's not to be confused with Hoodoo. Okay, Hoodoo is after the transatlantic slave migration. Okay, that's after all of the slaves came from Africa. That's what developed in Louisiana and New Orleans. Okay, we're gonna talk about Voodoo. Okay, mainly in Haiti, because that's where they revolted. Okay, but you got to keep in mind the story now. Okay, in Haiti, it was said that the slave offered a pig as a sacrifice. They ate the pig. Okay, they all the initiates there who worship in Voodoo, and then they also say now, guys, that they made a pact with Lucifer. Okay, this is what's different from Africa, okay, in Benin, Africa, and I've dated somebody from Benin, Africa, okay, where Voodoo is the #1 religion in Voodoo. Okay, keep in mind, before the slaves came from Africa, thank you, Archangel Metatron, see that? before, he always does that when I'm speaking the truth, okay? Before the slaves came from Africa, they didn't know anything about Satan, okay? Lucifer, okay? That is what gave them power, okay, to revolt, okay, against their slave masters, because it is said that they made a pact with Lucifer, okay? And like I said, you can look that up anywhere, all over the internet, and it will tell you that was the distinguishing factor. Now, keep in mind, they didn't have Christianity in Africa, so they didn't know anything about Lucifer before they came from Africa, okay? That's what's really, really important about the story about the revolt in Haiti, okay? So keep that in mind. So they have a spirit. It is called the Bochio, okay? And it, you know, they have voodoo dolls, okay? Those are to silence those who speak against you. And it's in the Congo of West Africa. Bochio, okay, is a snake, okay? They revere the serpent in Africa, okay? It's not like here in the U.S. where we're taught, which is the wrong thing, okay? Again, they flip everything around, that the serpent is the one who tempted Eve in the garden. No, that's wrong. They teach us that so that we can fear the serpent, but the serpent has power, okay? Just like in a kundalini, it aligns all of our chakras, okay? And that's what helps with our pineal gland and ascend our crown. And I gotta cover my crown, okay? So it's prohibited. It was excuse me. So Bochio was prohibited by the slave owners, okay, in the 1600s, 1700s, and 1800s, okay? So they hid, okay, their reverence of Bochio in dolls, in rag dolls, okay? And that's why there's voodoo dolls, right? Okay, so you can make a doll of yourself to center it for healing, okay? Remember, dark and light in all things, okay? Not everything is poison, all right? It's a form of psychotherapy, transferring onto the object whatever you are facing. Bottles to encapsulate give you security. So the old-fashioned voodoo dolls had bottles next to them so you can encapsulate herbs and stuff in them, okay? So keep in mind there are zombies in voodoo, okay? So what's a zombie? Sorcerers kill you and then they unbury you in 3 days to use you for slavery. They use the chemical from the pufferfish fish, right? You've seen that, okay? So, you know, it's documented in Haiti that a sorcerer or, what they call it? A bowman, okay? Or a mambo, okay? Will do this to you to have you like an indentured servant, okay? Living on their land, okay? That's what they do. Okay, penile servitude. In Haiti, it was documented that one sorcerer had 151 zombies. Okay, like it's no joke, guys. Like people are doing this stuff. All right. They had each one of them for 2 years, and they have like a death and a whole resurrection. So the person will actually get a death certificate. Okay. They also are astral zombies. Okay, you can trap someone's soul, okay, in a container, all right? You can capture their soul, a zombie of the stars, human remains, human bones. They think ashes to ashes, dust to dust. If you ever see an astral zombie, will have like, let's say it's a container, right? So you have a container, and then you will have scissors next to it on each side, okay? If you see anything like that ever, you know that you're looking at the work of a sorcerer in the voodoo who has encapsulated somebody's soul, okay? The reason why this stuff is important, like I've said before, I've seen this stuff, okay? I've seen people do stuff like this. I've walked into people's houses, guys, here in Chicago. The shit's everywhere, okay? People think, oh, because, you know, Mexicans don't know about voodoo, that they don't do it. No, they learn it and they do it. Same thing with Santeria, okay? And that's another form of voodoo, okay? And we'll get into that, okay? Now keep in mind, again, before the Africans came from Africa, there was no ideology about hell. There was no talk about hell in Africa. Okay, no eternal damnation in African religion.